This is Charlie Parsons for Boxing Social in association with William Hill and Empire Fight Store. Now, we did do take one, and my tripod collapsed, in which I'm now petrified of even touching it. But I just wanted to bring you in because Terry's come.
Casual.
Yeah, I like it. Air Forces jeans, black vest, and you look like sort of. I mean, I don't know. I like it. Very vibrant.
I like it. It's like, it's pink, it's stony, and I think we're celebrating women's boxing. I'm here repping. What do you think?
Do we like it or too much?
True.
No, he said earlier, it brings rock and roll to boxing, so I'll get him. It's better than him being in a suit and tie.
Better than being a sheep, innit, Terry?
I agree. Stefy, I will catch you one-on-one afterwards. That's your cue to scoot out. Terry, how excited are you to be in Dublin in what is a fight that could be a main event in its own right against Cecilia Braekhus? 154, I know it's quite comfortable for you. We see a lot of the fighters are a bit quiet. You're just bouncing about, happy as always. Firstly, on Katie Taylor's undercard, historic boxing back in Ireland. How happy are you to be on this card?
Honestly, buzzing in. Everyone says, like I say, everything happens for a reason, and I've had numerous fight dates that have been pushed back, and I'm glad now because we're here, we're in Dublin, and I'm on such a great historic event and card, and I'm excited to get out there Saturday night.
Let's talk a little bit about Cecilia Braekhus. Now, I'd say it's fair to maybe assume that her best days are perhaps behind her, but she's still going to give it her all in this fight here. For you also personally, you're significantly younger. I imagine when you were coming up through the ranks, someone that you would have looked up to. An honour in fighting her?
Do you know what? Like, I see this as like Cecilia's got another roll of the dice, and I feel like until after Saturday night, Cecilia's my worst enemy because I see her as someone who's trying to come and take my belt. She's trying to ruin my dream and ruin everything that I've worked hard for. So until Saturday night, I'm fully focused on the job I've got to do to be victorious against Cecilia.
An abundance of tape for her. How do you prepare for someone like her? Like you say, it's a bit of a roll of the dice in any way. You could actually argue that she's probably her most dangerous fight in her now because it is sort of a last chance saloon perhaps. How do you prepare?
I've just had a great camp and fully focused on myself and what I can do. This camp is one that I will look back on in years to come and see how much I've developed as a fighter mentally and physically. And I'm excited to get in with a great athlete, someone who's been around the game for such a long time and just got all the experience in the world. But I got to remember in my short 6 years my professional boxing career, I've had some great experience also, and I've had probably a lot of things chucked at me that I've had to deal with. For example, my broken hand against Landers, snapped that in the fourth round, and I went on, dug deep, and took myself somewhere else to get the stoppage. So for me, I see that mentally I can take myself to them places, and I've just got full confidence in myself, and basically this camp has just been focusing on myself and what I can do, and just having full confidence and self-belief.
Are you quite blessed because you're in a position where you've made a huge jump up, but you've spoke before that you sort of feel like you are able to come back down, maybe not as much as you were before, which was boiling yourself down, but for example, if the opportunities were to arise, we don't want to look past anything, but we know the situation with Jonas, maybe that fight won't happen. Opportunities come up at 147, 140. Could you see yourself taking those?
Yeah, I'm not. Like Eddie said the other day, I'm not a 254 pounder, and I'm not. I walk around at 10, 13, and that's eating comfortably and not being on calorie deficit or anything like that. So for me, we came up to this weight because we had the opportunity to become 2-weight, two-time world champion. We've done that. Obviously, there's a fight we want up at this weight, but if that doesn't materialise, we're more than happy to be going down the weight divisions and mixing in with the girls down there.
I know you've done it a few times now, but is it weird at all to you? Obviously, for so long you did boil yourself down to 130 pounds. To now be at 154 and sort of, like you say, you're not calorie counting, etc. I imagine it also makes camp itself a whole lot more enjoyable. How weird is that sort of experience? Because as fighters, even from early in the amateur days, kids as young as sort of 12, 13 are cutting weight, and I imagine that would have sort of been your whole career the same for you. To now be like this, do you feel them like mentally much better, etc.?
Yes, like for the last 2 camps, it's the first time where I've been able to be fully focused on the fight. I used to be focusing on the weight, making the weight, and especially these fight weeks, I just couldn't wait for the weigh-in and not bothered about the fight, and that's where I was going wrong. Whereas now I'm full of energy, full of energy, and training's been good and consistent, and I'm just excited for fight night.
Terry, just a final prediction ahead of Saturday night, and then afterwards, like we both say, I know you don't want to overlook anything, but the world really is your oyster.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like you're going to see a comfortable, composed performance from myself. I feel like I'm a lot more a mature fighter now, and I know what I need to do. And I see Cecilia as my worst enemy now. She's someone who can come and take everything away. So fully focused on the night and get the job done.
Well, Terry, all the best. Always a pleasure speaking to you and your team throughout Fight Week. It smiles all round.